AITA for telling my niece to stay in the closet until she gets her inheritance? Okay, so I, 42M, am in a bit of a moral pickle here, and I genuinely need some outside perspective because I'm starting to second-guess myself after a big argument with my wife. I'll try to lay this out as clearly as I can, but it's a messy situation, and I'm not perfect at storytelling, so bear with me. For context, this involves my niece, 17F, my parents, a ton of money, and some pretty heavy family dynamics. I know the title sounds bad, but please hear me out before you judge. So, let's start with the background. I'm the middle child of 3, raised in a pretty wealthy family. My dad, 78M, made a fortune in real estate back in the 80s and 90s, and let's just say he's sitting on a pile of money. Tens of millions in assets, properties, investments, the works. Growing up, we had everything: private schools, fancy vacations, a house that looked like it belonged in a magazine. But my dad, he's always been a hard ass. Strict, old school, and yeah, super conservative. Not in a I vote this way kind of conservative, but in a my way or the highway, and I'll judge everyone who doesn't agree kind of way. My mom, 75F, isn't much better. She's got this passive-aggressive streak and just goes along with whatever Dad says. They're both in really bad health now. Dad's got stage 4 cancer, and Mom's got debilitating dementia. Doctors say they probably don't have long, maybe a year or 2 at most. Now, my niece, Lily, fake name, obviously, is my older sister's kid. My sister, 45F, is kind of mess herself. Divorced, barely talks to our parents, lives across the country, and isn't super involved in Lily's life. Lily's been living with her dad's parent for the last couple of years, but she spends a lot of time with me and my wife, 40F, because we're local, and honestly, we've always been close. Lily's a great kid, smart, funny, super into art and music, and just started to figure out who she is. I've always tried to be the cool uncle, you know? Like, I'd take her to concerts or let her rant about school drama when her mom wasn't around. My wife and I don't have kids of our own, so Lily's kind of like our surrogate daughter. A couple of weeks ago, Lily came over to our place for dinner. It was just a normal Friday night. Pizza, some Netflix, nothing special. After my wife went to bed, Lily and I were just chilling on the couch, and she got real quiet. Like, uncomfortably quiet. I asked her what was up, and after some hemming and hawing, she blurted out that she's a lesbian. She looked so nervous, like she thought I was in a freak out or something. I was like, okay, cool. I'm proud of you for telling me. I gave her a big hug, told her I love her no matter what, and said I'd always have her back. I'm in it too. I don't care who she loves, she's still Lily. I even cracked a joke about how she's going to have to teach me how to be a better ally, and she laughed, which broke the tension. It was a good moment. But then she dropped a bombshell. She said she was planning to come out to everyone, like post it on Instagram, tell her friends, her school, the whole world by the end of the week. She was all excited, talking about how she's tired of hiding who she is and how she wants to live authentically. I got where she was coming from, but my stomach just dropped. See, here's the thing. My dad, her grandfather, is a raging homophobe. I hate to say it, but it's true. He said some vile stuff over the years, stuff I'm not going to repeat here because it makes my skin crawl. The worst part? He's made it crystal clear that if anyone in our family comes out as gay, they're out of his will. Not just out of the will, but he's structured it so their share of the inheritance doesn't get redistributed to the rest of us. It goes straight to charity. And not even good charities. Mind you, just whatever random causes he picks to make himself look good. I know this because I've seen his will. A couple of years ago, when Dad got his cancer diagnosis, he sat me and my siblings down and showed us the whole thing. He wanted to make sure we understood how he was dividing his estate. It's a lot of money, tens of millions, like I said. Lily, as one of his grandkids, is set to inherit about $7 million when he passes. That's life-changing money. Like, never worry about rent, college, or anything else ever again kind of money. But if she comes out and he finds out, that money's gone. Poof, donated to some random foundation, and she gets nothing. So, when Lily told me her plan to come out, I panicked a little. I tried to stay calm, but I was like, whoa, hold on. Can we talk about this for a sec? I explained the situation with her grandfather, how he's got this awful rule about the will, how he's not in good health, and how, if she waits just a little longer, she'll be set for life. I wasn't trying to scare her or anything, but I laid it out plain. If she comes out now and he finds out, which he would, because he's got people who keep tabs on the family, don't ask, she's throwing away $7 million. I told her I support her 100%, but maybe she could hold off on the big public announcement for a year or two, just until her grandparents are gone. I even said she could be out to me, my wife, her friends, whoever she trusts, just not on social media or anywhere her grandfather might hear about it. She got really quiet after that. I could tell she was bummed, and I felt like absolute garbage for even bringing it up. But she nodded and said she hadn't thought about the money. She was like, wow, $7 million? That's a lot. I told her I wasn't trying to make her hide who she is forever, just to play it safe for a bit. She said she'd think about it, and we hugged it out before she went home. I thought we were good. But then I told my wife about the conversation the next morning, and who boy, did that not go over well. My wife is a huge LGBTQ+ advocate. She's volunteered with local queer youth groups, goes to Pride every year, the whole deal. When I told her what I said to Lily, she flipped out. She was like, "You told a 17-year-old girl to stay in the closet? Are you serious? You're telling her to hide who she is just to appease a couple of old bigots." I tried to explain my reasoning. $7 million is a lot of money, and it's not like I'm telling her to never come out, just to wait a little. But she wasn't having it. She said I was putting money over Lily's mental health and identity, and that I was basically enabling my dad's homophobia by playing along with his stupid will. She even said, "What kind of uncle are you if you're telling her to live a lie?" That stung. I mean, I get where she's coming from. My dad's views are disgusting, and I hate that I even have to think about his will. But I'm trying to look out for Lily's future here. With that kind of money, she could buy a house, travel the world, start a business, whatever she wants. Without it, she's starting from scratch in a world that's already tough for queer people. I tried to explain this to my wife, but she just kept saying I was prioritizing blood money over Lily's well-being. We went back and forth for like an hour, and it got pretty heated. I ended up sleeping on the couch that night. The next day, I texted Lily to check in. I was worried I'd upset her or made her feel like I didn't support her. She texted back saying she was okay, just processing. She said she's still figuring out what she wants to do, but appreciates me being honest about the money. She even said she's leaning toward waiting, which made me feel a little better, but I could tell she's still sad about it. I hate that she's in this position. I hate that my dad's such a jerk about this. I hate that I even had to bring it up. Fast forward a couple of days, and my wife and I had another talk. She apologized for getting so snippy with me. She said she was just so mad about my dad's bigotry that she took it out on me. She still doesn't love what I told Lily, but she admitted that $7 million is a lot to lose, and she gets why I want to protect Lily's future. She even said she'd talk to Lily herself to make sure she knows we both support her, no matter what. That made me feel a bit better, but I'm still torn. Here's where I'm at. I feel like I did the right thing by warning Lily about the inheritance. I mean, it's not like I told her to never come out or to pretend to be someone she's not forever. I just suggested she hold off on the big public announcement for a year or two, max, until my parents are gone. That money could set her up for life, and I'd hate for her to lose it over something as stupid as my dad's prejudice. But at the same time, my wife's reaction has me second-guessing. Am I being an asshole for telling her to stay in the closet? Am I enabling my dad's homophobia by even considering his will? I don't know. I just want what's best for Lily, but I'm starting to feel like I might have screwed this up. So Reddit, aita? I know this is a lot, but I'd really appreciate your thoughts. Am I being practical, or am I being a jerk here? Update. My wife apologized for getting mad at me, and now agrees that Lily should probably wait to come out publicly, given the money at stake. She's still pissed at my dad's bigotry, same, but she gets why I said what I did. Still feeling kind of conflicted, though, so I'd love to hear what you all think.